Conservative MP John Redwood. One of your colleagues who was on the Brexit side of the argument said to me that this money is a pinprick compared to what we've already paid over to the EU since our membership began. Do you think that?
Well, that may be true, but we don't know any sums because we're assured by the government they haven't agreed any sums. The proper negotiations haven't started yet because the proper negotiations will include comprehensive talks on our future arrangements, free trade agreement and all the other things that Britain has proposed for that full partnership. And until you get into proper negotiations, it's silly to comment on individual parts of what might or might not be in the final package. But I was very reassured today that they are going to carry on preparing for no deal. And it's only if they prepare for no deal and demonstrate that no deal works fine that they can avoid being strong-armed at the end of the negotiation into accepting a very bad deal. And I'm sure most people watching this want Britain to get a good deal. You need to prepare for no deal in order to have any chance of doing that.
But from your point of view, you seem relatively relaxed about going to WTO rules, that's World Trade Organization rules, not having a deal with the European Union if it comes to that. What would persuade you of the merits of a deal?
Well, it needs to be better than no deal, and the government has always rightly said no deal is better than a bad deal. Now, just going to WTO rules, that option, it gives you complete control of all your money with no divorce payment, it gives you control of your laws, control of your borders, and allows you immediately to undertake free trade negotiations with the rest of the world. It gives you 4 of the 5 main things we wanted. It doesn't give you a free trade agreement with the EU. So the issue will be, come any possible agreement, what is a sensible price for a free trade agreement? Is it better than no deal?
But do you think that the government has been right to, in principle, offer to increase the amount that Theresa May previously had said, which was 20 billion euros, in order to get to the talks to the next stage, to talk about a trade deal?
Well, I'm assured by the government that they haven't offered any numbers at all. And
but they have said they will increase.
And I think in your introduction you agreed that the government is briefing that they haven't agreed any numbers. They've been talking in general terms about areas where they might make an ex gratia contribution to the EU if there were a really good future partnership arrangement. I don't want to prejudge that, but I start from the proposition that we don't owe them anything by law other than our contributions up to the date when we leave, and that's the starting point against which we would judge any agreement.
So you would not want the government to write down anywhere or say that we do owe this money legally. You're of the view that legally we don't owe them a penny.
Well, not just me. The government has expressed the view in the past we don't owe them anything legally, and if you look at the Florence speech and the subsequent statements, it's about meeting so-called obligations. It's not legal requirements, and it's always in terms of the future partnership. And so if there isn't going to be a warm and generous future partnership, there would presumably be no reason to pay them any money.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.